And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Satisfactory. Alright, I am here in the Quartz area. Should look a little familiar. Behind me is a giant platform of nothingness. This was where our coal setup was. And I had, the previous episode, I have torn that down. And we are now going to use this for quartz processing. Because one of the steps, the next step, making the reactor casing, is going to use quite a lot. It's going to use, let's see, each setup is going to use 144, and we're going to have 4 setups. So 576 quartz crystals. So what I did is I brought 2 brand new lines of quartz from the quartz miners all the way out to here. I could have I could have processed these way out there and brought just like one belt of the quartz crystal in, but I had all this space. And I mean, it didn't take me long to get this stuff out here compared to how long it takes to drop, hundreds and hundreds of foundations. So I wanted to repurpose this area to quartz. And we have the belts right up there. Those go right to the setup. So rather than try to go backwards with it and go up and around and through, and who knows how I do that, the finished product is basically just going to tie into that right there, and we should be good to go. Also of note, let me show you all of the work I did in between episodes, and it's a lot. So one of the things that we were running out of is, we're out of concrete. So I set up another thing of concrete. So we have another 22 crafters here, which maxes out a second line of limestone. So we have this limestone coming in, and we have ample amounts of concrete, like huge amounts of concrete. The other thing we were running out of is steel pipe. I thought I had enough crafting. I thought I had enough steel pipe to make ends meet, but it was right down to the wire. I mean, it really was not enough. So this was where we were smelting steel, and this is now making steel pipe. Where's the steel, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me put on my exosuit so I can get up here. Lo and behold, here's some steel. This is 22 crafters using steel, or making steel. Okay? This is half of the smelters that I could put on these lines. This is exactly half. I could put 44 lines, or 44 crafters, foundries. I have 22. But 22 right now is enough. And I kind of ran out of space before a little hill over there. So we have plenty of steel production. So what I did is, this steel comes down, goes right in through here. That steel right there goes down and feeds into this. I have a programmable splitter on here set to the overflow to send it this way. This is a merger right here, and this merger sends it down here. I have another programmable splitter right there where the overflow goes to the right. This setup goes to the original pipe crafters up top. So I'm still feeding those. I didn't tear that down. I supplemented and augmented and added a bunch more pipe production. Like a bunch more pipe production. Because we're using, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pipe a minute once the system is fully operational. So yeah, that was a huge task. Tearing all that down, building this up here. It's literally been like 3 hours since I ended the last recording of the last episode. So lots of work has been done. Now, The compacted coal that we have coming in, obviously I rerouted it to over here. Well, we were making like 400 a minute compacted coal, which isn't enough, but I added more onto here. So we have a total of 20 compacted coal setups, giving us a grand total of 1,000 compacted coal per minute coming in and being sent down to steel. Now again, we're only using half of that right now, but it's fine. The crafters, you know, kind of go to sleep, and if I need more steel, I could easily add more steel to this. Basically skip over this little mound here and just keep building on out here, and I could do another 22 crafters going this way. That would be a lot. That'd be a lot. It comes to about 3,300 steel a minute. I did do the math. 3,300 steel a minute if I max both of those out, which is exactly 2,000 iron and 1,000 compacted coal. It works out really, really well. Okay, so we have enough steel. We have enough pipe and concrete. Our crafter should, or our what do you call them? The heavy modular frames. These should be very, very happy. These are humming along full blast, and we already have tons and tons of heavy frames. Okay, so I would like to come back here. I love those teleporters. Aren't those great? Multiplayer, they don't work so good, but man, single player, they make such a big difference. So if we plop down, let's see, there's our quartz. Okay, so if we want, let's specify this, and how about over here? So you can connect, you can connect. Where's our connection over here? There it is. Bridge that, and then we can take this one out. There. Now we're not in the middle of where we need to be. Okay, so let's look at what it's going to take to max these out. So remember, those are 2 fresh quartz belts at 2,000 a minute. If we look, quartz crystal, there is an alternate for this, I think. If I could, if it would pop up, I guess not. You're not going to pop up for me? I think there's an alternate using refineries. I come over here, mouse over this, there it is. Yeah, alternate recipe, 9 makes 7, 5 makes 3. So that, I mean, that's a little bit better, but refineries, I don't know. I don't know if I need to do refineries. It would be easy. We have water over here. I don't know. I should have asked what anybody's preference was. And using the easy water movement, we could have pumps way back over there, just a whole slew of pumps, and then just bring in the water piecemeal style. But I'm I'm fine with this. Okay, so this is 75 a minute, making us 45 a minute. So 75 a minute. If we look, 2,000 divided by 75 a minute, you're looking at about 26 and change crafters on one of those lines. Okay, 26 crafters at 45 a minute production. I love this calculator one. 26 crafters, 45 a minute. You're looking at 1,170 production for just one of those lines. And we have 2 of them. We'll be able to easily max out a 2,000 per minute belt of quartz crystal. And that is what I like to hear. Before we build obscene numbers of those, I brought a whole bunch of storage. Hey, little bird. Oh, look out. I brought a whole bunch of materials because we're going to need a lot of these. Like, a lot of these. And a whole lot of these. And more than anything, not those, not those. Cable. More than anything. These things, building these things uses so much cable. Okay, alright. So, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Doubling that is 26, which is exactly how many we need. So, if we go down to splitter, the first quartz is going to be sliding in right in here. Okay, now we have that offset. We can flip these around. Oh, let's get those centered. Don't forget my center line. I would hate to drop 13 of these things and have them off kilter. All right, there is 26. And I'll work on a lot of the tedious stuff in between episodes. I wanted to at least start this as a monumental project. There we go. Like setting the recipes and stuff like that. So 26 I don't think is divisible by 4. So if we go 1 there, skip 1, 1 there, skip 1, 1 there. Oh, these are exactly 1 foundation wide. Look at that. That was easy. Super duper easy. Okay. The other thing I brought a whole bunch of to this area is stuff from Mark 6 belts. Because, you know, when you're operating on levels of thousands a minute, you know, you gotta make sure you have enough materials. I'm starting to bring the top tier belt all the way to the end, because it really helps fill up all the machines if the belt can go full blast all the way to the end. So that's what I've started doing. Okay, so these, let's see, we have Mark 6 and 1, 2. Two, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so basically we want 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring you down Oh, down to there. Let's take you away. Now you're gonna go there. Okay, so there is the first run there. Let's just verify that that will make it. Okay, I don't want to fill it up yet, just because, yeah, reasons. All right, so the merger. Now we're gonna be able to put another set of these. So what we could do is we could have a merger. Yeah, a merger. Then another one of these. And then another splitter. Another one of these. And then another merger. Like that. Okay, kind of see what I'm doing here. So this one will be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be the top one over there. One, two, three, four. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's almost perfect. Like I could dial that back 1. Look at that. 2, 3, 4. So you can come in here and go to here, and just to verify, yes, that will work. Excellent. So now we need another huge amount. How many of these do I have? I might have enough. So we just got to make sure they're facing the right way. I like to get all the machines down on camera, and then all the little busy work I can do between episodes. Again, if you want to see more of that busy work, just let me know in the comments. You know, if that is interesting to you, and if you want to see it. If not, if I don't see any comments regarding that, I will know where everybody stands. Okay. Yes, I had enough. I was worried about cable running out because, man, you use a lot of cable when you build these things. Okay, so the splitter, always make sure that orange arrow is on the right side. I have, off camera, a few times built systems like this only to have like all the splitters facing the wrong way. It's not my best time, not my best work. It's really easy to do on camera because I'm more focused on, you know, what I'm saying and things like that. All right, so all of these skip across, there's a cross, skip across, there's a cross, skip across, there's a... All right, now we're getting somewhere. Mergers. Now remember, this is going to slightly overproduce. You know, it's going to be a little bit over 2,000 a minute, but I don't mind that. Worst came to worst, it's not that much over 2,000 a minute, but I could merge any overflow in with the belt going to the base, and I could tweak the base. We are definitely going to, you know, the whole purpose of all of this power production is going to be trying to generate tickets. And we're going to do that by just going crazy on crafting turbo motors. That's the best thing you can shove into a machine. Gives you the most points. It's like 400,000 points per turbo motor. So I'd like to just go crazy and build enough to where we're making something along the lines of 60 turbo motors a minute. Be able to max out a Mark 1 belt with turbo motors. I mean, you're looking at 60 a minute. That's a hefty amount. It's going to require a whole lot of work on our main base, and we're going to have to do more outposty things. We're going to have outposts of materials being made. Okay, so how about... I don't have nearly enough concrete on me. That was not very much concrete. Well, I just happen to know where there's some more concrete. Yay. This is why I have concrete outposts everywhere. So, if I grab you, can I... I love these foundations. Bingo. We now have a direct ramp coming up here, which is good because I really hated this little switch back here. I was not my best work there. So basically these are going to go from these mergers, and if we have a master merger out here, we can then have these. Let's go out a little bit like here. Okay, and then at least 2 high, because if I do a mark 6, can I get a belt swinging around? I can. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4 ish. Let's see if it'll stretch that far. If not, I can change that offset. Oh, it'll go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to do at least 4 tall here. 1, 2, 3, 4 ish. It's because this is so high here. Again, we're going to tack it onto the top there. And just for funsies, what would it look like? I didn't think this was so squished up against the edge there. So that is our line. Two, 3, 4. Send you off that way. Okay, so now I can take this out, just to make sure that goes. Can't, oh, can't afford. I thought it was, okay. I have a solution to that. Somewhere in here. Okay. That's why I made this run a little shorter, because I knew it was going to get some elevation there. And that one should be straight up. Alright, so that is the output. It's going to be at least 2,000 a minute. So, let's grab the output from this side. Swing you in there. I want all these to be 2,000 a minute just to make sure we maintain that speed. And there we go. We have a massive amount of quartz production capabilities. So I have a whole lot of jerky movement. Doing all of this, you know, putting all these in there, I have to move the camera a lot in a very short amount of time, which is one of the reasons why I tend to do that off camera, just because I don't want to make anybody nauseous watching the videos. It's not good for, you know, anybody. So yeah, I will get all this ready, set up, powered, and ready to go, and get some of that stuff sent off to our crafting area. Now, we're going to need two other things. We're going to need coal, which we have an abundance of. We have coal right there, and guess what? We can just pull another belt off of that and bring it right in here, go on top. There's some coal. The other thing we're going to need is bauxite. That is going to be a much longer process. Bauxite is going to be painful. So painful. But I'll scope that out. I'm not quite there yet. I'll scope that out and see how we're going to solve that little problem. But that's going to have to do it for this episode. And please hit that like button if you've been enjoying the series so far. Comment down below if you've got a request or something to say. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I will see you next time.